What if I told you all of us had unlimited potential? What if there was a system or a theory for all people, even people with disabilities, to live life from the idea of the cup being half full to overflowing? What kind of world is this, you ask? The land of the humanist would be my answer. Don't you hate it when people tell you you can't? You can't achieve your dreams. While humanists base their theories on human needs that act as motivators as developmental stages. Unlike theories that see human development from societal influence, physiological and sexual changes, or the development of cognitive abilities, the humanist Abraham Moslow developed the idea that in a good environment, all humans naturally develop into mature, effective parts of family, community, or society at large. See? Born in Brooklyn, New York in 1908 from Jewish immigrants, Moslow is said to be raised by a father that was never home and a mother with a religious iron fist. Under the pressure of his parents, he spent a short time at Columbia University Law School. After boredom set in, he transferred to Cornell University. And not liking it there, he transferred to the University of Wisconsin, where he married his first cousin, Bertha, to the disgust and disapproval of his parents, who were also each first cousins. Pot calling the kettle black moment. It was here in Wisconsin we see the beginning of Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory, observing monkeys with known researcher Henry Harlow. He would see that thirst is a stronger need than food, but oxygen is desired above both. During this time, New York City was a hubbub of top psychologists in America. This is where he connected with his greatest mentor, Kurt Goldstein, who would publish a book called The Organism that would fuel the idea of self-actualization. Paradise. Self-actualization would be the zenith stage in Maslow's theory. Unlike Freud that saw the potential of human beings as being a cup that was half empty, Maslow's perspective was that Sigmund Freud saw the sick side of humanity, or that humans had to be punished, kicked, forced to develop change because they did not want to change or live right. Moslow had the belief that it was born in every child the desire to and need for creative growth. The Moslow human development scientists poisoned the profession, conducting research with no love or passion for human growth and discovery. His desire to study human development with love, excitement, affection, joy, and wonder will lead to his development of his hierarchy of needs. He knew that some basic needs must be first met or satisfied before other needs would be pursued. There would not be a desire for a higher need until the lower need is attained. Also, once those lower needs were acquired, desire for those needs would disappear. At the lowest level, we see physiological needs such as food, water, oxygen, sleep, and yes, sex. Referred to also as deficit needs. In most well-developed countries, the fight for these needs is not as hard as in undeveloped nations, where food and water is much harder to obtain for a bigger deficit. If these needs are not met, it becomes a life mission to acquire them. But once attained, those needs are no more desired, and humans move on to the next need, safety. After we acquire our physical needs, protection, stability, law and order, and freedom from fears come into play. In this stage, humans want to be free of anxiety, fear, and chaos. One cannot move on to grow if they don't feel safe, stable. After the establishment of physiological needs, a safe environment next in the mind's eye. The third stage in Maslow's theory is belongings and love needs. Desire for love, community, friends, and healthy relationships come into play right here. You can see the damage when this need is not met by homelessness, divorce, and cases of alienation. The fourth level contains esteem needs, for instance, self-esteem and the esteem of others. We see children's esteem needs shown in academics, athletics, or community activities. Adults fulfill this need in development of professional careers, community or political involvement, and long-term relationships. Although Maslow warns not to allow external factors like fame, status, or the perceptions of others to develop this esteem, he instead warns to base success on true competencies of self-worth. The final level in his hierarchy of needs is self-actualization. This level can only be met when all four lower levels have been achieved. At this level, not only is the discovery and fulfillment of one's own potential achieved, but the development of a proper fit with the individual and their environment. The first two needs are needed for physical survival and perseverance. The third and fourth are growth and being needs, and are here at the highest level. And here at the highest level, Maslow states that once an individual is free from survival needs and other mundane worries, in the growth levels, the person is free to develop innate potential towards self-actualization. Also, as people ascend the levels of hierarchy, on the need percentage required for one's satisfaction is lowered. As you move up this scale, you need each level less and less as you get up to self-actualization. Maslow states that most of the time a self-actualized person demonstrates similar traits like maturity, constructive behavior, happiness, creativity, wisdom, and views life without limits or ceilings. The self-actualized person always sees the cup half full. So self-actualized people in the end share some amazing traits. They accept weaknesses and shortcomings without feeling ashamed, guilty, or defensive. They are less inclined to impose their own opinions or beliefs on others, and less prone to be judgmental. Have consuming passions like art, music, social justice, or science. Are more universal and democratic, accepting of all cultures, ethnicities, and social status. They are strongly opposed to injustice or cruelty to the disenfranchised. Most of all, self-actualized people are not threatened by the achievements and accomplishments of others. They're not hated.